I welcome you back to our reading of Precious Remedies against Satan's devices, and we are now going to be taking a look at the 11th tactic or device or scheme, whatever you might want to call it. The 11th tactic that Satan uses to lead people into sin is by corrupting and defiling their souls and judgments with dangerous errors that naturally lead to all sorts of immorality and wickedness, as sadly proven by experience. Oh, how many are filled with these Christ-dishonoring and soul-destroying opinions, such as that ordinances are poor, low, and carnal things, and should not only be lived above, but also without. That the scriptures are full of fallacies and uncertainties, and should only be followed as far as they agree with the spirit within them. That it's a poor, low thing, if not idolatry, to worship God through a mediator. That the resurrection has already happened. Or that there was never any such man or person as Jesus Christ, but that it's all an allegory, signifying nothing but light and love and such good feelings within people. That there is no God, no devil, no heaven, and no hell, but is what is within us. That there is no sin in the saints, and that they are under no law, but that of the Spirit, which is all freedom. That sin and grace are equally from God and aligned with His will. These and 100 other horrid opinions have caused wickedness to flood among us. Remedies. The first remedy against this trick of Satan is to seriously consider that having a wrong and empty mind is just as offensive to God as living a sinful life. The person who has leprosy on their head was declared completely unclean. Major errors make the heart foolish, lead to a loose lifestyle, and make the soul seem insignificant in God's eyes. Error spreads and festers like gangrene, making the soul appear like a leper to God. It was a severe and dreadful punishment from God upon the Gentiles to be given up to a mind void of judgment, or an injudicious mind, or a mind rejected, disallowed, and abhorred by God, a mind that no one should take pride in, but rather be ashamed of. I believe that nowadays God punishes many people's past wickedness by allowing them to fall into soul-ruining errors. O Lord, this mercy I humbly beg, that you would rather take me into your own hands and do anything with me than let me fall into those sad errors to which thousands have bound their souls and are on the path to perishing forever. The second remedy against this trick of Satan is to embrace the truth with love and let it fill your soul abundantly. When people resist the truth, when truth tries to enter and they shut the door of their souls against it, God, in His justice, allows such souls to be misled and deceived by error, leading to their eternal ruin. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verses 10 through 12 says, "Because they received not the love of the truth that they might be saved, God shall send them strong delusions, that they should believe a lie. That they all might be damned who believed not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness." O friends, as you love your souls, do not tempt God, do not provoke God by resisting and confronting the truth, lest He gives you up to believe a lie leading to your damnation. There are no people on earth so protected against error as those who receive the truth with love. Such souls are not easily tossed around and carried by every new teaching, by the trickery of men and their cunning deceit. It is not the person who takes in the most truth into their head, but the one who receives the truth lovingly into their heart, who will have the blessing of a sound and clear judgment, while others are misled and deceived by those who aim to corrupt judgments and ruin souls. O souls, if you don't want your judgments to be polluted and defiled with error, let the word of the Lord, which is more precious than gold, even fine gold, dwell abundantly in you. It is not about hearing the truth, knowing the truth, commending the truth, or talking about the truth, but having the truth dwell in your souls, that will keep your judgments pure and sound amidst all those dazzling errors that lead many souls astray into the hands of the one who can easily transform himself into an angel of light in order to draw others into chains of darkness with him forever. Oh, don't let the word be a stranger, but make it your closest companion. Then you will be able to stand firm on the day when many will fall on your right hand and on your left, deceived by those who will say, "Look, here is Christ," and "Look, there is Christ." There was more wit than grace in the speech of the one who advised his friend not to come too close to the truth, lest his teeth be knocked out by its heels. O souls, if the truth dwells abundantly in you, you are happy. If not, you are unhappy despite all your greatest felicity. It is with truth, says Melanchthon, as it is with holy water. Everyone praises it and thinks it has some rare virtue in it, but offer to sprinkle them with it, and they will shut their eyes and turn away their faces from it. The third remedy against this trick of Satan is to seriously consider that error causes the owner to suffer loss. All the effort and work that people put into defending and maintaining their errors, spreading them around, and infecting the world with their errors, will bring them no profit or comfort on that day when everyone's work will be revealed, and the fire will test it to see what kind it is, as the apostle shows in that notable scripture, 1 Corinthians 3:11 through 15. Oh, that all those who rise early and go to bed late, spending their time, strength, and energy to promote and spread God-dishonoring and soul-destroying opinions, would seriously consider this. They will lose all the effort, cost, and expense they have put into propagating error, and if they are ever saved, it will be by fire, as the apostle shows there. Oh, friends, is it nothing to spend your money on what is not bread, and your strength on what will not, cannot profit you on the day you must account for your actions, and all your works must be tested by fire? Oh, that such souls would now at last buy the truth and not sell it. Remember, you can never overpay for it. Whatever you give for it, you can never sufficiently sell it, even if you had the whole world in exchange for it. It is said of Caesar that he cared more for his books than his royal robes, for when swimming through the waters to escape his enemies, he carried his books on his hand above the waters, but lost his robes. Oh, what are Caesar's books compared to God's books? Well, remember this. One day, yes, even 1 hour spent studying the truth or spreading the truth will bring the soul more comfort and profit than many thousands of years spent studying and spreading corrupt and vain opinions that come from hell, not from heaven, from the God of this world, not from the God who will ultimately judge this world and all the corrupt opinions of men. The fourth remedy against this trick of Satan is to hate, reject, and abominate all those doctrines and opinions that are contrary to godliness, and that open a door to profaneness, and all such doctrines and opinions that require people to uphold a strictness beyond what the Scriptures require, and all such doctrines and opinions that elevate and promote corrupted nature to do supernatural things, which none can do except by that supernatural power that raised Christ from the grave, and all such opinions that elevate our own righteousness in place of Christ's righteousness, that put good works on Christ's throne and make them co-partners with Christ, etc. And all those opinions and doctrines that so exalt Christ and his righteousness as to dismiss all duties of holiness and righteousness. And all those doctrines and opinions that make the glorious and blessed privileges of believers in the days of the gospel to be lesser, fewer, and weaker than they were in the time of the law. Oh, if your souls would rise with a holy hatred and strong indignation against such doctrines and opinions, you would stand when others fall, and you would shine like the sun in her glory when many who were once like shining stars may go out like stinking snuffs. The fifth remedy against this trick of Satan is to hold on tightly to the truth. Just as people don't rely on human strength until they let go of their reliance on God, They don't fall into error until they let go of the truth. So hold on to the truth because it's your crown. Don't let anyone take your crown from you. Hasn't God made the truth sweet to your soul, even sweeter than honey or the honeycomb? So keep heading towards heaven, feeding on the truth, that heavenly honeycomb, just like Samson did with his honeycomb. O souls, haven't you found that the truth lifts your spirits, cheers you up, warms you, raises you, and strengthens you? Haven't you found that the truth guides you, supports you, strengthens you, and heals you? And will you not hold on to the truth? Hasn't the truth been your best friend in your worst days? Hasn't the truth stood by you when friends abandon you? Hasn't the truth done more for you than the whole world could do against you? And will you not hold on to this truth? Isn't the truth your right eye without which you can't see for Christ? And your right hand without which you can't do for Christ? And your right foot without which you can't walk with Christ? And will you not hold on to the truth? Hold on to the truth in your judgments and understandings, in your wills and affections, in your profession, and in your daily life. Truth is more precious than gold or rubies, and nothing you desire can compare to it. Truth is that heavenly mirror where we can see the brilliance and glory of divine wisdom, power, greatness, love, and mercy. In this mirror you can see the face of Christ, the favor of Christ, the riches of Christ, and the heart of Christ, beating and working sweetly toward your soul. Oh, let your souls cling to the truth, just like Ruth did to Naomi, and say, I will not leave the truth, nor stop following after the truth. Where the truth goes, I will go, and where the truth stays, I will stay, and nothing but death shall part the truth and my soul. What John said to the church of Philadelphia, I may say to you. Hold on to what you have, so that no one will take your crown. Revelation 3:11. The crown is the peak of royalty, such is the truth. Let no one take your crown. Hold on to the faithful word, as Titus speaks. You'd be better off letting go of anything else than the truth. You'd be better off letting go of your honors, riches, friends, pleasures, and the world's favors. Yes, even your closest and dearest relationships, even your very lives, than to let go of the truth. Oh, keep the truth, and the truth will keep you safe and happy forever. Blessed are the souls that are kept by truth. The sixth remedy against this trick of Satan is to stay humble. Humility will protect your soul from many of Satan's attacks and traps. Just like low trees and shrubs are safe from strong gusts and winds that shake taller trees, humble souls are safe from the errors that tear apart proud, lofty souls. Satan and the world have the least power to impose errors on humble souls. The God of light and truth loves to be with the humble, and the more light and truth that dwell in the soul, the further darkness and error will stay away. The God of grace pours grace onto humble souls, just like people pour liquid into empty vessels. The more grace that is poured into the soul, the less error will be able to overpower it or infect it. That's a sweet word in Psalm 25:9. The meek will he guide in judgment, and the meek will he teach his way. Certainly souls guided and taught by God are not easily led astray into error. Oh, be careful of spiritual pride. Pride fills our minds with fantasies, weakens our virtues, and makes room in our hearts for error. There are no people on earth more quickly entangled and easily conquered by error than proud souls. Oh, it's dangerous to be wiser than what is written, to be curious and unsober in your desire for knowledge, and to trust in your own abilities to uncover all secrets, becoming puffed up with a carnal mind. Souls that soar above the bounds of humility usually fall into the worst errors, as daily experience shows. The seventh remedy against this trick of Satan is to seriously think about the great evils that errors have caused. Error is like a fertile mother giving birth to monstrous children that have set towns, cities, and nations on fire. Error is like a whorish woman who has brought down many, wounded many, and even killed many strong, great, learned, and professing men in the past and in our own time. This is obvious to anyone who hasn't been abandoned by God, deprived of the truth, and blinded by Satan. Oh, the virtues that error has weakened, and the sweet joys and comforts that error has clouded, if not buried. Oh, the hands that error has weakened, the eyes that error has blinded, the judgments of men that error has twisted, the minds that error has darkened, the hearts that error has hardened. Can you seriously think about this and not tremble more at error than at hell itself? Once again, much to think about. Thanks for listening in, and I hope to see you next time.